our own network-centric warfare, our own, you talk about PGM, precision guided munitions, our own UAVs. We could do everything. And see, the, the top level one statement I will give you instead of going into the details. Our capability was such that we could strike the terrorist camps without affecting any civilian, other localities, anything here pinpointed. We could strike their air bases. We destroyed their entire radars. All important installations we could destroy. Now, other side, we have never allowed one of them also to come into our side. No UAV struck us, no aircraft struck us, no missile struck us. They stopped everything in midair. ये उड़ता है पाकिस्तान में, हमारा जाके मार देता है, नीचे गिर देता है. ऐसा the capability what we have developed. The world got astonished. Our own Indians got astonished. That is how it is. Those are the technologies India has developed. You see anything. So anti-drone systems. That is why somebody said, this war is fought with indigenous weapons. This war is fought with Atma-Nirbharta. This war is a contactless technological warfare what India has done. And that is how immediately ceasefire people came running and ceasefire is done. That is the capability. See the BrahMos capability. How you go pinpoint accuracy. You hit the door, you want to hit the door, you hit the door. You want to hit the radar, you hit the radar. That is the type of a technological progress that country has developed. This is shown to the world. Now that is why our exports are going up. India has been the largest importer of defense equipment. Now today we started export. Last financial year India has exported 23,666 crores of defense equipment. तुरंत immediately Rajnath Singh ji, the Honorable Defense Minister said, 50,000 crore बनाइए जल्द से जल्द. 50,000 crores export should be made in the next 2-3 years. I am 100% sure it will happen. There is no doubt about it. The way we are flourishing, and world has seen, we have witnessed our capability and development, advanced nation. We should be a leader in the world. That is what is our thing. The goal is, as I said, 2,500, 3,000 years. We were the leaders in the world. We were the prosperous nation in the world. We were the most knowledgeable people in the world. And just in 1750 to 1900, in 150 years, we have gone down. Now from 1947 to 2047, 100 years, go back and reach the same status and become a leader, a leading exporter, an education hub, a knowledge hub, a research hub. That is what is mission here. That is what is our aim. So in that, I strongly feel our academic institutes have a major role. Unless we are strong in our fundamentals, in basic sciences, basic research, we cannot be a leader. We will be completely a follower. Somebody develops, we also develop it later. No, it should be that we should be the first to come out with that, with scientific outcome, technological outcome. That is what is most important. In that, IISER has a major role. Because your science, research and education, that is where the fundamental scientific research outcome, fundamental scientific education should happen. And then only we will be able to lead. Then only we will be able to come out with scientific outcome. What is the process? The scientific outcome will turn into technological development, which gives you a product of realization. This is the way, this is the process. Without the basic fundamental scientific research, we cannot come out with technological development or technology development and the product realization. Otherwise we become only assembling people, managing people. Like example today, we call it as everywhere we are solar, we have 11 gigawatts, 12 gigawatts of solar we are producing, but then the solar cells are important. We talk about EVs, electric vehicles, and we talk about batteries, and all the lithium cells are imported and we make them. So this is not what it is. The core scientific fundamental element should be coming out. If says uranium, lithium battery, somebody has come, I will come out with some other battery which world should look at India, and this battery is much better than any other batteries world available, and I should take it from India and let me go, and technology transfer should happen from India to that country. That is what is that. That type of an outcome, new things, new technologies. I don't have a number of them. All of us should have the scientific gene. We have now confidence that we can do. We have shown so much what I have said, the capabilities we have shown and the capabilities we are showing. And so it is time for us to see that we come out with such scientific outcomes which actually country is looking at. After Operation Sindhu, you must have seen that Honorable Prime Minister how he has praised the scientists of the country, the scientific outcomes of it. And so that is what it is. And I am saying DRDO, IISER, Atomic Energy, all these organizations without the academic institutes do not exist. We cannot, because the basic scientific outcome has to come from you. You people have to come out with the scientific outcomes. And you have to produce the skilled youngsters. We have to produce the researchers. And in fact, I want to tell you one more important thing. One study of the world study says that in the next couple of years, 40% of the world's skilled manpower will be from India. And so we need to produce them. So this is what is the primary task of the academic institutes and IISER. And I am sure after 20th Foundation Day of IISER Kolkata, we graduating in the 21st year. From there now onwards, we have passed all the hurdles of establishing ourselves and everything, and then we have come up to the stage now. It is the stage where we have to go to the next quarter level and try to become a world-class institute, a world-class research institute, and where the world recognizes. The world researchers should come to IISER Kolkata and work here, not only Indian researchers. In that shape we have to take. And I am sure all of you, under the leadership of our Professor Khareji, will make this as a world-class research and make the country get lots of leads and outcomes from you and come out with technological outputs and products, making the country a very prosperous nation. India, there is a need today, I want to tell you, India should become stronger. That is not for our sake, world's sake. If India is stronger, world is peaceful. This one thing is very, very, very clear. Peace comes from India to the world, and for that we need to become stronger and prosperous. And that happens only from academic institutes, and IISER has a major role to play. So I am sure that you will be able to work towards that goal and make IISER a world-class scientific research hub. And my best wishes to all of you on this Foundation Day. My many, many happy returns of to you, all of you here, the IISER people, the young children. You take the message. You should all actually become great researchers, great engineers, great scientists, and great everything. Again, I say the quote of Dr. Kalam. He used to say that dream, dream, dream. Dream that I will become a great man. I will have a great outcome, great research outcome, great scientific outcome. Or I will become a great engineer, great doctor, great lawyer, great politician also. Anything I will become great. That is what is the dream should be, and you should become that. That is the goal what everyone will have. It is only thinking. Never we thought our startups will do like this in wonders, 24, 25 years old boys. You all can do it, and you become a world leaders. Imagine that you come with a scientific outcome which the world recognizes, the whole country recognizes, and everything, every state recognizes you. That is what is required. And all of you will take the message and become great, and by thereby make the nation great. Thank you very much, sir, for giving me this opportunity. Wish my best of luck, all of you. Jai Hind. Jai Hind. Jai Hind.
Wait.
So, thank you, Dr. Reddy, for this motivating talk. It's not only for the kids, but also for all of us. And we surely see the roadmap moving from Atmanirbhar Bharat to move to Viksit Bharat. And the dream of getting back to the golden age of India will be coming soon. It will shine as a bright star in the horizon of this world. So, maybe there was some question and answer session, some questions from the kids. If there are some questions from the kids, most first, yeah, what? The floor is open. Anyone from the audience? Yeah. Yes.
Sorry, I have a nice question about such beautiful, you have techniques to defend us, we have developed techniques to defend ourselves. In the recent war, however, we saw a very stealth kind of way of attacking which Ukraine did, where the drones were already in the country. They did not come like in our case, it was flying from Pakistan. They were already in the country. And so, how do we have any, things in process where we can anticipate or find out about the existence of such stealth-prone techniques in which the attack can be designed?
Okay, there are actually, you have put two questions in here. One is you talk about stealth. Second thing is there which are within the country. Country there are insurgents or elements and all. The two questions. There are technologies which are coming up, which are emerging for detecting the stealth cells. This is one thing. There are multiple technologies. I don't want to name them or separately talk to me and tell them. There are technologies which are coming out to detect the stealthy objects. This is number one question. Number two question is within. This is what is intelligence. Primarily intelligence, IISER capability, or otherwise you see imagine. Most of our institutions have got the anti-drone technologies today within the country. Not for coming out from Pakistan. Here only rogue elements or terrorists or insurgents and all that. Most of our institutions are having that. Or if you look at Independence Day, Republic Day, we always have an anti-drone system that there. So based on the necessity, whether what are there within and where are the possibilities, you have all these installations everywhere possible and try to put it. That's it.
Any further questions from the students?
Only Madam Sir asking.
Mesmerizing talk. It's awe-inspiring. Sir, I would actually we are facing a kind of challenges, particularly in academia, and this is kind of a consequences that academia is facing, and probably it's the post-pandemic consequences, particularly that even the students they are getting admitted less in number in colleges. That's kind of a current scenario. And then when they are, the colleges admissions, the numbers significantly decreased. Even at the school level to colleges, there is some problems that the colleges, universities, they are facing. So some problems are, we should get the exact number I do not have, but the problems are there in the colleges in this academic scenario. So I would like to understand this, first of all, from your side, and would you like to comment on that how we can really improve this post-pandemic consequences in academia?
I'm not really sure the statement what you are saying is correct. I'm not thinking because the statistics, if you look at the country, the number of students who are getting admitted in, let's say, undergrad programs has not come down. Has not come down.
But it is particularly in science.
No, science is that's what I said. Actually not now. From 90s onwards, people getting admitted in sciences or humanities have come down.
Yeah.
People have started getting more and more graduation. This I don't blame them. Actually, you can't force them to join also. Because man is an academic being. Wherever there is job opportunities, he will go and get it and do it. Your own son also. Suppose you find that in physics, if he studies, he doesn't get a job. Whereas if he does an IT, he will get a job, you will ask him to join an IT. There is no doubt of it, nothing wrong in that. But what we need to see is the establishments which are coming, industries and other things, various other things, the scientific outcome and scientific research that happen in those establishments. That is why the government has ANR, other 2 lakh crores announced and other, there should be research happening in every industry also. And we will find out. So there are people in all the fields where they will go and work in the research area. So the research spread should be too large. Second thing is the other industries should come up where the people from various fields are also having equal opportunity, not just IT alone. When that comes, the all other departments also flourish. See, we were also thinking about humanities like that, but if you look at it about last 10 years, there are particular things like law, which is flourishing here. Law students are not. Now economic students are also there. In the finance studying MBA students also are there. So, what I want to say, it's all linked to the opportunities later. What do you do? There are many students who have done research, who have done postdocs also, they are now having a job and doing studying. Luckily, academic institutes have come and some of them have got the job. So we should look at the opportunities for them after the education, after the research, then only. These are the steps what the smarter mission, AI mission, other scientific research mission, all that money is why it is coming for this.
That's fine. Within 5 minutes, we'll go to wrap up. Please sit down. Take your seat.
So, any questions from the students? I think, yes.
Please take your seat. Don't go on.
Hello sir, great talk.
5 minutes.
Really like,
Too much of it.
so like you said that other countries are trying to invest, but unlike other countries who are spending close to 3% to 4% of their GDP towards R&D, and while India is spending close to 0.6, and with initiatives that is cutting down KVPY and number of inspired fellows are decreasing over in the recent years. So how is India trying to reach that level?
Even though what figures you have quoted is right, but I want to say that in the last about 8 years or so, the expenditure of this India on this has doubled, which was about 62,000 crores. Now today it has gone to 1.23 lakh crores. But still, because our GDP is also, our economy is also becoming bigger and bigger, we still remain at about 0.7 or 0.68%. That is a percentage wise you. But if you look at the expenditure, it has doubled. Okay, leaving aside this fact, the government and everybody in the country is thinking that we should go minimum to 2+% in the coming years. So in that direction, the thought process and everything is going up. But as I said, the amount has already doubled in the last 8 years. And the roadmap, it says that 2047 we should have 2+. Right?
A few questions here also.
Yeah, since already Madam has asked questions, so we have to ask questions.
So he's saying all the madams are asking questions, so now I have to show that one man also asked a question, so I am asking to say. Good, good,
Okay,
good.
sir, really mesmerizing, and it's really great point that if India is safe, India can actually give great safety to the world. That's really very nice and it's very important, and we should feel proud about it, and therefore we have a lot of responsibility. So therefore, looking at our school fee, because nowadays, as already one professor already said that people are going to science or technology or other area. I mean, in science particularly, number of students coming less. But you know, basic science, the idea, where basic science give idea that goes to, technology, goes to technology transfer everywhere. So what is your take? I mean, you would encourage students to go for more science, more technology, or everywhere. I mean, as you said that they should choose their path, what they believe in, and where they are comfortable, right? So what will be your, sort of take for them, those who are actually clearing class 12, or which side actually they should proceed?
My question is that, see, the point is, there is no take into one particular direction at all. It is a 360 degrees thing what we have to look at it. Everything has got its own shape. So as per that shape, as per the need of the time in the society or the environment what we have, that much we should go into each and everything. So today if you ask me, yes, large should be technological. Large should be technological. And they should be let's say if I say technology is 50%, example. I'm now giving an example, some number, I'm not saying anything extra over here. So they should be about 20% of science, or 25%. They should be 20-25% of humanities. And allied services another about 20%. So this should be a 40 to 50 or something like that distribution of technology and technical related things, and 20-25% about science related, 20-25% humanities and other related, another 10-20% of the allied science and other studies related. This should be the top level what I think, but it is a changing need of the hour. So that should be changing accordingly. They should be all should be there in the 360 degrees. That's all I say. There is nothing supporting one side.
Hello, sir. If I may ask, as you said that in the defense we progress much actually in this year. Now, still like current generations of fighter jets we have is I think 4.4 generations from Rafale, and we are trying to make up with our things. Now, if we consider our competitors or the world scenario, so I think already 5.5 generations are available at this time. And the news says that we are making it, but I think maybe we are behind 10 years or so, 2035, I think the newspaper said. So let's be like enlightened. Because by that time, then we make 5.5, maybe we will be behind again 6 or 7.
Good question. It must be the fifth generation plus aircraft. Truly speaking, I personally feel only America has got the F-35. Russia and China are claiming to be nearly 5 or up to this, and they have not yet been operationalized yet. This is number one. India has taken a project long back to design a fifth generation fighter aircraft called AMCOM, Advanced Medium Combat Aircraft. And to the knowledge what I have, because I am not chairman DRDO, I am not authentically telling you, but what I say is, the design phases are over, and they have displayed the aircraft in the aero show other day, February, and so, because it is displayed, I am assuming that next year it will roll out. So it is not very far off, we are going to be in. But I take the point that is what I was also telling, we should not be catching up the mode. If somebody has developed, I will also develop after 5-6 years. We should also develop in the same timeline, or we should develop first. But then we have gone from somewhere here, we are catching up. So expecting too much also is very difficult. But things are shaping up very well. And as I said, probably we will rolling out next year. That is what I think. Because it is displayed in the aero show.
Jain sir.
You have somehow instigated all of them. This is.
Jain sir, thank you for this amazing lecture. I want to ask you something. Our competitor country, like competitor, they are our friends, USA, Russia, they have a lot of equipment-wise facilities. Like we have Globemasters, they have Globemasters, but they have more. We can't win that competition in that level. Russia have more. We don't have D2 that steel bomb, but that level that they have. But as we are progressing in our defense, so in how many years, I wanna ask your perspective so that if we are gonna reach that level, that we could compete that kind of defense system or that kind of equipment system. That recently I was watching a podcast of Colonel Shivendra Kanwar. He was saying that they have the helmets, the lasers, the lights, which are they're much expensive and they are not available in India in that much level. So in how many years, according to you, we can reach that level?
Understood. I don't know whether there are two portions in the question or one only. One is technologically, the new technologies, what they have, when will they have, this one thing. And they have many, that many are really rich. These are the two questions I am thinking. Otherwise, there may be one. Technologically, what I explained today in the 1 hour lecture, we are shaping ourselves and we are trying to reach them very quickly, very fast. I feel that probably in the next about 10 years, we should, actually that is what 2047. 2047 we should be Viksit Bharat. That means we should be reaching that level by 2047. That is the shaping. So my feeling is in the next 10 years itself we will be, in many of those areas we will be reaching those top levels. That is what I feel. Second thing is many is a different question that is based on the need. See, I am not like Russia where whom I am going to fight. Why it should happen? You know? It depends on the need of you, with whom you are going to have fight, what are your adversaries, what and all that. That strategists decide why you should have or what you should have and all that. So that is the question. So the question depends on whom. And to fight with somebody I don't need to have equal number or anything. See, आपके पास एक पिस्टल है, मेरे पास 10 पिस्टल है. We are equal actually, ना? Yes or no in fighting. So हो सकता है ऐसा. So that is depends on the strategies and study and what it is and all that. So the numbers we don't have to get into it and we don't know. I am also not an expert in it. But what I am saying, technologically we are reaching fast and we should be able to reach. By 2047 in anyway India should be developed nation. That is the final target. But my feeling is that next 10 years we should become a leader. We should be a leader. Right.
Good afternoon, sir. I am from Garden High School, class 10. So, sir, throughout the lecture, you were talking about defense and you were talking about guns and bombs. There were questions about fighter jets. But why do we relate national development to these bombs, guns, fighter jets? Why do we glorify violence?
Is the most important for any nation, number one. Unless our borders are strong, we are not safe, we are not strong, and we will not be able to focus on any of our developmental activities. So, unless you are defense-wise, you are very strong, the people in the country don't feel safe. Let's say Operation Sindoor time you take. The entire nation was looking at India, whether we have strong bombs, strong aircraft, strong missiles, whether we will be able to defeat the enemy, we are able to counter the enemy, whether we are able to stop all those things which are coming, is the need. Suppose we were not strong, let us assume, we would not have replied the way we have replied in Operation Sindoor. The country will be in turmoil because the adversaries can be doing all wrong things and bad things to our country, and our country will be in all the problems related to those aspects, and the confidence level and safety level what our people will feel will not be feeling the same. So first, the most important thing is the border should be safe, and second, then internal safety of related power, property, prosperity and whatnot and all that should be done. Third, lastly, I naturally focus because 40 years I have spent in defense, 40 years I have spent in defense R&D, I was head of the DRDO. So naturally people also expect me to talk more on defense, so I focus more on defense. That is the last question.
Thank you, Dr. Reddy, for this wonderful interactive session with the students and all others, audience. May I request now Professor Hari to please come to present the memento to Dr.
Good evening, sir. Sir, India is
entire thing is on the database.
So, thank you, Dr. Reddy. Thank you, Professor Hari. Now we proceed to the next part. So now I request Professor Anirban Banerjee, the Associate Dean of International Relations and Outreach, IISER Kolkata, to take over the proceedings for the presentation of awards to the children who participate in the painting competition organized by the IRO office under the aegis of Rashtra Pratham campaign. Professor Banerjee.
Thank you, Professor Kovac, and good afternoon to everyone. Now,